Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to compare this 2021 Ford F-150 STX versus this 2021 F-150 XLT 302A. And I want you guys to decide if you think the XLT 302A is worth it or if you'd rather get the STX. So let's go ahead and start off with the STX. So obviously the front end of these two trucks look completely different. I actually prefer the STX grille just because I like the body color, and I think this one looks a little bit more aggressive than the XLT does. These are both 5.0 V8 trucks, which is why they have this part blocked off. If it was open, it would be a turbocharged truck. This comes standard with a 2.7, but this one has a 5.0 option, and then this one has a 5.0 option as well. And then if you look down there, you can see it has chrome tow hooks, and this one just has black tow hooks. But if you look at the headlights here, the XLT 302A has LED reflector headlights with LED accent lighting, and then the STX has halogen headlights with regular fog lights. And let me tell you, these headlights light up 10 times better than these ones. It's a huge difference in the visibility and the look and everything. So that's definitely one huge upgrade to the XLT. And then let's just take a quick look at the XLT grille. It's not a bad looking grille. It's just, I just prefer the STX, just in my personal opinion. And please excuse the background noise. These trucks are by this street over here, so I do apologize for that, but we'll try to get the exterior done fairly quickly. And then looking at these tires, you can see this one is just a basic XLT 302A. It doesn't have the upgraded 20-inch wheels. So this is an 18-inch chrome design. And then this is a 20-inch kind of a magnetic pocket. You can see it even has metallic on there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but obviously I prefer the 20-inch design a lot better than the XLT design, but you can get 20 inches as a option. For the STX, we have two 75/60 R20s, and then for the XLT, we have two 75/65 R18s. So this is a taller tire as well. So you can see that tire definitely does look smaller than this one. The STX does not have running boards, and the XLT does. So if you're kind of a shorter person, you'll definitely want the running boards. But the STX has a really nice clean look without the running boards. And then it also makes the truck look like it has more ground clearance when you don't have the running boards as well, which I guess technically it does. Looking at the side badges here, F-150 STX. I like how they have the red X, that's kind of cool. And then the F-150 XLT has the chrome with the XLT badge. Looking at the mirrors, I'm surprised that on the chrome package XLT 302A they don't have chrome mirrors, but you do have to step up to a Lariat. So the mirrors look exactly the same. The only difference is that this one has LED spotlights, an LED turn signal, and if you look underneath, it has an LED puddle light as well. You can see this one does not have a puddle light or any sort of turn signal, anything like that. Looking at the door handles, you can see this one is just a black plastic door handle. This one is a chrome door handle with the smart key access. And then this one also has a cool keyless entry pad, which really comes in handy when you need it. And then looking at the back, this one does happen to have the FX4 package, but a four-wheel drive F-150 would just say 4x4 back here. And then the STX says STX four-wheel drive. If it wasn't a four-wheel drive, you won't have this additional four-wheel drive part, but both of them have the STX badging on them. And let's go back to these taillights. So you guys can see here we have standard bulbs for the turn signal, brake, and reverse light on the STX. The XLT has standard bulbs for the brake lights and turn signals, but you do have an LED reverse light. If you would have gotten the blind spot monitoring for the STX, you would have the same style taillights as these ones. So these are the best taillights you can get for XLT, and also the best taillights you can get for a STX. So it is optional, but this one happens to have the basic ones. Looking at the rear bumpers on the STX, you can see it's body colored. You do have rear parking sensors and this cool trailer tow hitch down there. These ones just have standard license plate lights. They are not LED like on the 302A XLT. So let's go ahead and take a look over here. This one also has the tow hitch on there, reverse parking sensors, and then since this one is the chrome package, you can see you have the chrome rear bumper. It does look really classy, and I guess on a black truck, chrome does stand out and it looks pretty good. You have your Ford badge, and then you have a reverse camera. You also have an LED tailgate light, so that will shine up and light up behind the truck, which is really nice. And then, like I said earlier, the license plate lights are LED on this one. Let's go ahead and open up the bed here. You can see it doesn't have the chrome or that additional light. Let's go ahead and open up the bed here on both trucks. It's not dampened or anything on this one. Let's go ahead and check out this one. So it is dampened on this one. So you can see there, This one does not have the tailgate step on there. This one does not have a bed liner. That's an a la carte option, but you do have LED bed lighting on this one. And this one has a 400 watt 120 volt outlet back here, which is very useful. And then you can turn on your bed lighting like this. And then another thing to note is that the whole entire third brake light assembly on the 302A is LED. And then on the STX over here, it is just a standard bulb. And then you can see it does not have the LED box lighting. It just has a, what do they call this? A plastic cover piece where it would normally go. So you might be able to add it aftermarket, I'm sure you can. But I'm gonna go ahead and check the door jamb sticker on both of these trucks and see what the payload difference is. All right, I wanna show you guys a sticker just in case you guys wanna see all of the stuff. You can see there, it is 2,076 pounds. And there's that sticker if you guys wanna see that information. That is for the STX, by the way. Let's go ahead and check out this one. All right, so the payload on this one is just a little bit less. It's 1,980 pounds. You can see there, and there's that second sticker for you guys. So I guess with the STX, you get a tiny bit more payload, but that's negligible. It's not that big of a difference. All right, guys, stepping up to the side of the STX here, you can see it does have the blind spot mirror instead of blind spot monitoring like on the 302A, but just a standard door here, no keypad or anything on this one. But let's look at the door panel materials here. So you get nice soft touch right here, but it is hard touch up here. And then you get automatic up down for the driver and passenger, but just a regular power for the rear. Has a nice door pocket there. You can see the seat does not have any sort of power adjustments on it. You can adjust your lumbar right here and then your backrest, but you cannot adjust the seat up and down, just forward and backwards. It does have fog lights, I like that. Then you have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel that's manual. Let's go ahead and hop inside here. Let's go ahead and start it up. I love the 5-liter V8. It's always fun when it starts up because it kind of shakes the truck like that when it starts. Looking at the steering wheel, you can see we have our lane keeping system over here, cruise control, then this is to control your little screen over here. So pay attention to this gauge cluster because the XLT gauge cluster is a lot nicer. But let's go ahead and scroll through a few things. They pretty much have the same information on them. It's just that the XLT one is bigger and looks nicer. And then one thing I will say is that this one is a little bit laggy. So you can see kind of when it goes between screens, it is just kind of a little bit laggy. I don't know why it's like that, but at least it's a color display and it looks nice. Even though it's small, it still looks nice. And you have some nice regular analog gauges for all you guys that like the traditional style instead of the digital stuff. This one does have a column shifter. Looking in the center here, you can see we just have a few buttons up here. This is for your rear view camera, so you can check it out. Oh yeah, and let's look at the difference between the camera quality as well, because the STX camera can sometimes look a little bit weird, but that's what the camera looks like. You got your hazards and traction control up here. You have a whole bunch of storage up there, but I believe the XLT does have a speaker. Like I said, we will check that out when we get over there. Looking down here, no automatic climate control, just manual single zone climate control, but that's good enough. Looking over here, we have our drive mode selector and our 4-wheel drive modes. No 4-wheel drive auto, and none of them have 4-wheel drive auto because you have to step up to a Lariat. But you do have a 12 volt over here and 2 USBs. And you also have an additional 2 USBs down here. Whole bunch of storage space in the middle. Nice storage space right here. This is nice and soft touch as well. You can see this trim piece does look a little bit different. It has this black, darker trim piece. Does have a standard rear view mirror. It's not automatic dimming. You do have LED lighting and your sunglass holder, and you have this really nice black headliner. I like black headliners a lot better than light colored headliners. And then no mirror on the driver's side, which is a little bit strange. And then you have a mirror for the passenger side with no illumination. The glove box is exactly the same on both. They both have a light in them. But look at the seats real quick. The STX seats actually do look really cool. They have a specific design, so towards the ends they kind of have these ripples on them. So I do like that. But let's go ahead and hop in the inside of the XLT and see what that looks like in comparison to the STX. All right guys, hopping inside the XLT, smart key access, and then you do have the blind spot monitoring here, so you do not have the blind spot mirror. But let's go ahead and open it up. So looking at the door panel, it does look a lot nicer. Has this nice finish right here. It is soft touch up here, whereas the STX was not. You also have the soft touch down here. Nice shiny bits over here. Both of them have auto up down windows for the front. Nice storage space. And this one has power adjustments on the seat, so this seat is definitely a lot more adjustable than the STX seat. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start up the XLT. You do have push button start, whereas on the STX you had a key. And this gauge cluster does look a lot nicer. But right off the bat, you guys can notice that it does have a nice leather wrapped steering wheel with this cool white accent stitching. They both have the same controls as far as the safety tech. And then going down here, you have a remote open for your tailgate, which is nice. There's your mirror spotlights, and then the rest is the same as it was on the STX. This one has the huge 12-inch screen that is a lot nicer than the STX screen. So let's look at the backup camera. You can see the quality is a lot nicer on this one. So I don't know if it's the screen or the backup camera, but the quality is a lot nicer on the XLT 302A in up trucks. I know that's a mouthful. And then let's go ahead and look at the features here. Driver's assistance, all this stuff, which is really nice. I guess I should have showed you guys on the STX, but there's a lot of features in this system. It has the split screen, looks a lot nicer. Then you do have hill descent control right here, and then your auto start stop off. But I like how they didn't make it have blank switches in the STX. It just had less buttons. Here we have dual zone automatic climate control with heated seats on the XLT. We have a 12 volt and a USB, oh, it's not a USB, a 12 volt and a house outlet, whereas on the STX it had 2 USBs. That's interesting. So yeah, we have a house outlet, 120 volt, 400 watt right there. 2 USBs down there. This area is all exactly the same. Console right here, same softness and everything. Same amount of room. Glove box, everything is all the same. This looks to be the same as the STX, but the interior as a whole is a lighter interior. So you have a lighter colored dash. You have the speaker up there because this one has a better stereo than the STX. You also have an automatic dimming rear view mirror. You have LED lighting on the inside. This one has a gray colored headliner. Looking over here, we have vanity mirrors on both sides, but they are not illuminated. You have to step up to a higher trim to get them illuminated. This seat design definitely does look a lot different than the STX. Another thing I wanted to mention is that you do have zone lighting with the XLT 302A because it has the LED mirror spotlights. So this is a very convenient feature. Definitely looks really cool. I have a video, so definitely check that out in the corner up there, I think. All right, guys, looking at the back seat of the STX, we have the hard touch up here, soft touch right here, just like we did in the front. You have lots of room in the crew cab F-150s, but that's just because of the size of the car, not necessarily the trim level. We have a 12 volt right here, and then we have 2 USBs right here. So you have a pretty decent amount of connectivity in the back. And they also included air vents for the rear seat passengers. And you have your cup holders up here. You have a pocket on the back of both sides of the seat. You do not have a armrest though, so we'll have to check out the XLT to see if it has that. All right, guys, looking at the XLT, soft touch up here, just like we did in the front. And you do not have a armrest, so you have to step up to a lariat to get an armrest. But you do have a really nice rear seat area, and you also have same thing as the STX right here, 2 USBs, a 12 volt, but you get an additional home power source back here. And then they both have the pockets on the back of the seat. So the STX is not all that much different in the back, mainly just the home power outlet right there and the nicer material on the door. All right, guys, before we wrap up this video, I want to show you guys the window sticker on both trucks. So the STX, you can see all the options right there with that it has. 101A, 5-liter V8, 331 axle. You can see all the stuff right there. This one comes out to be $47,145. It gets 16 city, 22 highway, 18 combined. And you can see everything right there. Now let's go ahead and check out the XLT. All right, guys, this window sticker's on the back glass. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but 302A package, 5-liter V8, trailer tow package, FX4, and this one comes out to be $53,965. You see there. MPG numbers is 16 city, 22 highway with a 19 combined rating. So it's up to you guys to decide whether the XLT 302A is worth $7,000 more than an equivalent STX. Definitely let me know in the comments. If you guys got a 2-wheel drive XLT 302A, it will be more similar in price with this one, because this truck right there is an XLT 302A and that one is a 2-wheel drive, and that one's $47,000 just like this STX. So you can get an XLT 2-wheel drive for the same price as a 4-wheel drive STX, or you can get a more expensive FX4 $54,000 XLT 302A. So I know that's a lot of information, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the comparison. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.